turns out that Shrek was right, but not just about ogres. People are also like onions. What does that mean? Well, onions are made of layers, but not just any layers, semi-translucent layers that you can kind of see through. So if you're trying to look at the outside layer, it's easy, but if you're trying to look further into the onion, it gets harder and harder. That easy layer on the outside, well, that is behaviors. Behaviors are easy to measure. You just watch. You can see how somebody's behaving. But they're also easy to change. So how you behave at work is probably quite different to how you behave at home. And crucially, how you behave in a job interview might well be quite different to how you behave once you get into the job. So we need to look further into the onion to get a better understanding of people. That next layer down is still reasonably easy to measure, but takes a little bit more effort. It's knowledge and skills. Now you can't tell by looking at somebody what knowledge or skills they have, but you can ask them or test them relatively straightforwardly. So if you want to know how good somebody is at driving, what skills they have, put them in a car and let's see what they can do. Or if you want to know what knowledge somebody has about, say, English history, then ask them how many wives Henry VIII had. Now, it takes a little bit more effort to change your knowledge and skills too, but not a vast amount. If you don't know anything about English history, you don't know how many wives Henry VIII had, go look it up in a book, and now you're starting to develop some knowledge. But we don't know what people are going to do with that knowledge and skills, so we have to go further into the onion to find that out. Now the next layer in, this is values and beliefs. Values and beliefs are a little trickier to measure because if you ask people, most people don't really know what their values and beliefs are. So we have to use some clever indirect questioning in order to fully understand that. And values and beliefs take a little longer to change as well. So when you're trying to get people to change their value set, it takes months, even years, if they will. Now, we still need to go further in. So at the core of the onion, we see personality and cognitive ability. So how intellectually able you are, and this really does have a big impact on how quickly you learn and so on. Personality and ability are essentially set for us once we're into our 20s. They change quite a bit while we're a child and our brain is still developing. But once we get into adulthood, we are essentially set as the type of person we're going to be, and we're just going to have to find ways to live with that. Personality and ability has a huge impact on what values and beliefs we're willing to accept and adopt. And it has a big, big impact on our knowledge and skills. Of course, it's the ability, your cognitive ability, that determines how quickly you're going to be able to learn new knowledge and skills, and how easy you'll find it to apply that knowledge and skills. And of course, all of those things have a huge impact on how we behave. And so it's only by understanding the full onion of a person that we can really get an idea of how they're going to behave in the workplace. And that, of course, is the crux of any talent management, selection, promotion process. Thank you very much.